Hello everyone, so today I'm gonna show you my second Minecraft world, and in this world I made a lot of things that I'm gonna be showing you today. So first off, I'm gonna show you this motel that I made, and this motel is actually a copy of one of YouTuber's motel that he made for his Mine Nights at Freddy's series. And I recommend you to watch that series because I watched it and it is amazing. It's called Mine Five Nights at Freddy's. So this is Motel from that series that I copied. This is the main room of the character. So he used some mods like the actual chairs and beds, but I made this without any mods. So here's the bathroom, cold water, hot water, and so on. Here's some other rooms. Of course, there's nothing in those rooms because I didn't bother to make any other rooms. I only made this room for myself and this map over here and few of other stuff. Here is the motel's pool. And over here, I don't know why I just made security room here for some reason because I wanted security room. Although it's weird that it's in the pool house, so. This building, we will not see that one because it's nothing special really, just some prototype I've been working on. And this house as well. So the next where I'm gonna show you the Doctor Who TARDIS. Now, most of you surely don't know who Doctor Who is, but it's a TV series with that alien doctor with two hearts and has his own police box that is actually bigger on the inside. And it's actually a time machine and space machine as well. So as you can see, up here are the books and over here is the library. Of course, some of this stuff aren't shown in the series, except this main part where you actually control and drive the TARDIS. Most of the rooms are just theoretically made by me. Like here are the sleeping quarters. Over here is the bathroom. Over here there are three rooms. This one is the pool. This is, let's say, workstation. You see a lot of tools here to use and so on. And this is security room. Here are the chests. Over here are the prisons. And over here, I don't know exactly what it is. I just made it to be like an energy source of some kind. And here is the wardrobe. And here is the party room. Now I think that's it. So we'll go back up. Now I'm gonna show you my restaurant that I made. As you can see, this is the main area where people come, eat, drink, have fun. And over here is the kitchen. And over here is the cooler for the cold meat and stuff. Over here we have the pizzeria that I also copied from that YouTuber. You can visit his channel, Caveman Films. He's really amazing. I really recommend you to visit him. He has amazing FNAF stories. And here are some broken arcade machines. Dining area. This is that dance machine. And here are some other arcades and the stage. Back here we have the kitchen. Here is the storage, then the outside, and this is the trash. And over here are the bathrooms. This is how it looks on the outside. And of course he had mods, so it looked way cooler with him, but now we will head to this place. Now this is a place called Junk and Stuff from a famous Nickelodeon series, Kid Danger. Some of you will know about it, some of you will not. So, for those who know this series, you know this place very well, Junk and Stuff. Here are the lots of buttons that are shown in the series. And here is that scary elevator that leads all the way down to the man cave. And here is the man cave itself. And here is the television that goes up and down. Here is the famous couch where they all chillax. Here is the main computer, and this is the famous food machine where they get food whenever and whatever they need. This lever opens this door over here. And for those of you who watch the series, you know there is a door right just behind this wall. So over here we have that secret room for from one of the episodes, and another secret room from one of the episodes. And here is the prison. And back over here we have Schwartz laboratory. And of course back here this is Captain Man's room. Here's his mirror, here's his bed. And here is Schwartz's room. Here is the bathroom. And over here are the tubes that go up. I will show you that just in a bit. Over here are the staircase that are shown in one of the episodes where they had to go hundreds and hundreds of floors up to get to the outside because the elevator wasn't working. Now we will go up the tube and we'll go out by secret exit that is hidden just here behind the shop. So now I will show you one of the old famous Nickelodeon series that is known by Big Time Rush. Some of you don't know about it, some of you do, same for the others. So we enter here. This is the famous palm woods from the series. Here's the food machine for the snacks and stuff. Here's the famous closet where they shown very often hiding things and people. And over here is the classroom. Now here is the famous palm woods pool, chill tents, and here the fire. And so on. Now here is the famous Mr. Bitters. For those of you who watch the series, you know who Mr. Bitters is. And here is his back room. And the elevators. And this is a secret entrance to the main character's apartment that is shown in one of the episodes. And I will show it to you just in a bit. So also, for those of you who watched it, you know the famous vents that are very oftenly shown in the series, where they go through the vents and do stuff. And I made these vents go almost anywhere. It can also go up, although that's not in the series, but I just got caught up in that situation that I just had to put up the exits above. So anyway, let's go through the elevator on the first floor. And here is the apartment of one of the main characters' girlfriends. And here is her room and her balcony. And here is the room of another friend of those main characters. And so on. Here are the stairs from down to up. And here is another room of another female friend. And her apartment is small, so now we will go up. And now we will see the most famous room of our main characters. So this is the apartment of the main characters from the Big Time Rush. As you see, here is the TV, here is the couch, and here is the slide. You'll go up here, and here we go. The mechanism I personally created, and it actually works. So if you ever want to build a slide, just know you have to build like this, so it can push you down, then you come here, then you also push this down, and here you go. You just came down the slide. Just have to. Okay, so back here is the mom's room and Katie's room. Katie is a little sister, and here the room for the main characters. Now that's all of this. And of course, here is the trash. And in one of the episodes, they hide from the police and they made this trash looking very comfortable for living. Now here is the famous rock records from the series that I'm gonna show you. So it was hard to make this because it was really confusing in different scenes. I couldn't tell where is where what things are located in which room exactly and where exactly are those rooms. So yeah. Anyway, this is the table football, this is the tables hockey. Here are snacks and stuff. Also over here some waiting room, and over here also table hockey and some waiting room with a TV and a hallway. And over here is the famous hall with the portraits of famous singers and stuff. And over here is the place where magic happens. This is place where they record songs and so on. This is where they mostly record songs. This is when they also perform, dance, and sing. Over here is the bathroom. And over here is the staircase for down. Over here is the closet. And over here is their manager's room. All of you who watch the series, you know the famous Gustavo Rock. He has a secret passage just behind his office that leads down here, then to his secret safe where he keeps his stuff. And down here he also has secret passages to either traps or the exit. So yeah, that will be all. Now I also made this. In one of the episodes, the team split up and everyone went living in their own places. Now, one of them went living in a giant box, and and when he walked, it sounded like the house was way bigger than it looks. So I made it to look like this, bigger from the inside. And of course, over here to watch. And of course, in one of the episodes, when they went on a tour, they stuck in the traffic in their bus. So I made this one of those buses. This is bus number 2. I didn't make number 1 because I didn't have much of idea how to make it. So yeah, mainly here is where they chill until they arrive, the bathroom, and the driver's place. And if you're wondering what this is, this block always reminded me of a chocolate, so I decided to make a giant chocolate. So yeah. Now over here there was a ruined portal over here, so I had an idea to make something. I made this place to be a facility where scientists research the underworld. As you see, here is the portal with some iron and bars. And here they research on the underworld and their creatures and so on. And of course, here is where they keep them. And I made here, so I wanted to make this place to be bigger for bigger science stuff and so on, but I never continued. I just made this room and stopped. So as you can see, I really did made a lot of things in this world. And I'm gonna show you a few more. So if you watch the Kid Danger, then you must know about this series, Danger Force, which happens just after the Kid Danger series. After the last season, this new era starts. So this is the school for the four new kids that got superpowers and are learning to be superheroes. Now back here. We go up, and here is the headquarters of the Danger Force. I made the couch a bit bigger. Here are the chairs where they come up. You saw the chairs where they usually learning. There is a big red button just on those chairs. When they press it, they just get over here. And here is their closets for their gums, which gives them their suits. Here is the main entrance to the headquarters, and headquarters are on the mountain, so I made these stone blocks to look like a mountain, and you just go over here, climb up, and you're here. Now these are elevators. There are a lot of elevators. They have elevators on the couch and everywhere. And as you can see, I made this really big and has a lot of paths, and even I can't remember where it is all. So anyway, this exit is actually for the man buggy. It's a Captain Man's car called Man Buggy, and here is the exit. And it's shown in all of the episodes where the kid stole Captain Man's car and drove off. Over here is the secret exit. As you see over there, that is couch elevator, and that is the main elevator from up there that you just saw. As I said, it has a lot of paths that even I can't remember. I made this a long time ago, and I don't really play with this anymore because I just keep making more new stuff and so on. Here's to the chairs. Here's another exit to the school over here. Over here are the bathrooms. Now, in the series, it's mentioned that there are over 500 rooms. Of course, I didn't make that much rooms because I wouldn't even know what those rooms would be for. I made only the ones that were shown in the series, like this one. This is the sushi room where sushi chefs work and cook. And over here is the jacuzzi. And you see it's very naturally made. This is just some random room that was shown in the series. Over here is the disco club room. And over here, this is an empty room where Captain Man kept clones of the kids here. Now on the left here is the room for the Schwarz and the room for the Captain Man. This is the room for the Captain Man. Now this is this laboratory. And over here are the prisons. As you can see. Now I think that's it. Here are the stairs to up the clock tower and to the here. I don't know why I made it to go all the way up then here instead of just another pathway to the headquarters over here, but it is what it is. Up here is there's nothing up here, only a few chests and so on. Now I believe there is only one more thing to show you guys, and that thing is the reason I have this much subscribers. And that would be the one and only Paw Patrol headquarters. Now, I'm sure at least most of you know about the Paw Patrol. It's the famous kids TV show, and I made the Paw Patrol Tower and the Paw Patrol bus, although it's not really good made, but I did what I knew and what I could, as you can see. So let's start. Here's the main entrance. And here's the TV, and here's the pillow for every pup to sit and watch. And here is for those of you who watch the series, this is a Pup Papa Boogie, a game like dance but made for the puppies, for pups. And here is the snack machine that drops snacks for dogs. Here is the famous elevator. And just a sec, if you'll pay attention, you'll see that I put it here. Here is the meteorite. For those of you who watched, you know that this meteorite was in the Mighty Pups when the pups got superpowers. This meteorite landed in their city and they got superpowers, and then they put it in here. Now here's the main watchtower, computer with all of the stuff. Of course, here is the better version of the Papa Boogie, because in one of the episodes there's an old Papa Boogie and a new with the extra. So anyway, yes, here is their computer, here is their telescope where they watch over the city. Here is exit to the balcony. Over here is Ryder's way to the garage. And over here should be his car. And here is the door that opens and closes. And of course I made another way to that through here. And of course the last thing is this slide. When they go to action, they just go down this slide and into their vehicles. Of course I didn't make this slide really professionally because it doesn't go all the way around the tower because I didn't know how. So yes. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm just fly around for a bit to check if I missed anything. So yeah, that's it. So if you all enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And if you want to see me building anything else in the Minecraft, please comment anything what you want me to build and I will try to build it because I'm bored and I'm out of ideas. So I hope you have some more creative ideas for me to build in Minecraft and comment if you want with mods or without mods because I have some mods of the furniture to use, not all of them, just some few. So comment and we'll see you next time. Bye.